Let me get to this big topic. It's controversial. There's a lot of debate about it. I think we should be civilized and have just a talk without any insult or attacking each other. But medical marijuana is a big topic.
Yes.
And there are pros and cons, and the country is kind of talking about it. I personally think that the train has left the station. 29 states they have legalized medical marijuana.
Yes. 7
states already have legalized recreational. California is the one that just approved it, I believe, this year.
Yes, started January 1st, and Colorado, of course, has been legalized for a while.
The question is, and I think Jeff Sessions is actually like making some comments about trying to slow down and get the attorney generals of the states involved in controlling this. Whether you agree or not, I think we should have a good discussions, because I think that the kind of marijuana we're seeing today, or the THC, which is the main component of it, is a lot more potent than 1960s and 70s. And it's hard to know exactly how much of this you're getting, depending on where you go. But this kind of cannabis is finding their way to candies, to cookies, to drinks. And I think we need to be a little bit careful because of some of the side effects. Now, the minute you talk about the side effects of marijuana, people say, well, look at alcohol. Alcohol is legalized, or smoking is legalized. Leave me alone and don't take it away from me. I think that, you know, even though we don't have a lot of long-term studies, but a lot of studies shows that it can affect your memory, it can affect your cognitive.
Yes.
Teenagers that have growing, you know, developing their brain, it has side effects. What do you think about this?
Well, I think it has been shown to be beneficial. I mean, I deal with cancer patients, and I know that some of my cancer patients have found it to be beneficial in regards to the nausea and vomiting. So
post-chemo nausea, vomiting, it works.
Exactly. So it's been shown to be beneficial for that. It has been shown to be beneficial for chronic pain as well. So I can see the benefits of doing it, but I do think you have to do it very, very carefully. I think, number one, you need to get it from a licensed physician, or get and then also figure out the dose that's appropriate for you, because the side effects of it are dizziness, hallucinations, psychoses. And the problem is we actually don't know the long-term effects of using marijuana, even for just medical purposes, because we've never had the ability to study that.
So I agree with you. I think, you know, for many patients, whether you have epilepsy, there are some studies that shows that it can actually help with kids that have seizure and epilepsy, that the modern medicine and medication hasn't been really helping. I'm okay with it. I think if it's, you know, desperate and the kid is suffering, I think for patients that may have Crohn's disease and they're losing a lot of weight, this is a great way, or even patients with AIDS that can be really like losing weight. This is a great way to restart your appetite, etc., and your nutrition. Stage 4 diseases, I've seen people who are really stage 4 prostate cancer and other cancers that they're suffering from pain, and I think it would be helpful. But to kind of like get it out there, especially in our society where we're suffering from opioid crisis, and I'm not comparing this with opioid, but as a segue to other drugs, if it's not controlled under supervision of parents or the government, and for people to just jump on it because it makes you feel good, I think we need to be really careful and think about this. If you have opinions about this, we would love to hear from you on both sides of the story. You can go to Dr. Samadi TV, you can email your comments, and we will share some of that next weekend and see if we can have a smart, educated debate and discussion.
That would be actually really interesting to hear. I'd love to hear people's comments.
Absolutely. So believe it or not, the half hour is over.
I know,
the time
it's always so
flies
quick.
Very quickly. Again, we look forward to seeing you next week. Cynara, thank you very much for your input. Happy and a healthy new year, and enjoy your weekend and your week. Thank you, guys.